All right, good morning, guys. We're going to start our lesson on inequalities. Today, we're just going to write them out of situations. So the learning target today is I can write and graph inequalities. We're not going to graph them today. We're just going to write them. So the notes I want you to get below are the different symbols and the terms related to the symbol. This is a less than symbol. Terms related would be below, fewer, smaller than, or under. And when I say related, when you get a situation, these might be some of the words you see that relate to less than. Greater than, the symbol goes the other way. Then this all depends on where the X is. Greater than is more, above, a larger than. And then you have symbols that have an equal sign. So it could be that number or higher or less. This is less than or equal to. So it could be equal to a number or it could be less than. Maximum, no more than, at most. And then you have an equal sign here. It could be greater than or equal to, at least, minimum, and no less. So those are your terms that are related to these symbols. Now let's go down to the different examples. Now you have to read these really carefully and determine if the number is equal to, or if the number is included in the situation, or if it's not included. And then you got to choose whether it's less than or equal to, or less than or greater than. So let's take it one step at a time. You must be at least, there's your key, 40 inches tall to ride. So that is 48 inches or higher. I always like to put my X first. And then that would be that symbol. There's at least what? 48. Now keep in mind, you could also, I'm going to squeeze this in, you could also write it like this. And that is the same thing. Okay? Okay, let's go to 2. The pool has a maximum, there's that key word, capacity of 50 people. Okay, the maximum is there, less than or equal to. So, could the pool have 50 people? Yes, it could, but it's 50 or less. It cannot have 51, but it can have 50, and of course it can have 49, 48. The temperature will be below 60 tonight, so that is not including 60. Below, let's come up here. Here's our below, less than. So it's going to be this way. And keep in mind, once again, you could have it also like this. Okay, I'm not going to do that for every example. No more than 80%. You need no more than 80%. You need more than 80%. I'm sorry, more than 80% on the quiz. So you need higher than 80. That does not include 80. You need higher than 80. Okay, number 5, you want no more than 3 questions wrong. No more than. These are this one's is a little tricky to me. So X, no more than 3. You can have 2 wrong, you can have 1 wrong. You can't, and you can have 3 wrong. You can't have 4 wrong. The minimum age to vote is 18. Here's your minimum. So you can include 18 because you can be 18 or higher. So 18, 19, 20, you cannot be 17. The team scored fewer than 10 points. Less than 10 points. So the team did not score 10. They scored less than 10. You can invite at most 4 friends. 4 friends or less. You can invite 4. You can invite 3. You cannot invite 5. That's too many. The temperature will be above 80. The temperature is not supposed to be 80. It's going to be above 80. This one's a little tricky. Alligators are usually smaller than 10 feet. So I'm going to include the 10 feet. So it's a little tricky. You could take that equal sign off for this one. It's a little bit picky. Baby elephants can be no larger than 200 pounds. So they can be 200 or less than. Order no less than 3 pizzas for the party. So that includes 3, 4, or 5. You gotta at least order 3. You cannot order 2. It won't be enough. So those are some examples, real world examples for inequalities.